Wake Up with Jim and Saab is exclusively on Spotify.
And if you want to start your own podcast, you can check out anchor.fm.
Welcome to the Wake Up with Jim and Saab podcast.
We're doing a MALIBAG today. So this is interesting. It's called I Want Two Girls. Game? It's pretty long.
Ano yung pangalan dun sa Don't Fuck with Cats?
Anong pangalan ng...
2 cats, 1 boy.
Ay.
Diba?
Oh. Yeah, something like that. I hate that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go.
Why did you say that?
Wala lang. The title.
I'm so disturbed by that. Don't Fuck with Cats on Netflix. Disturbing. Anyway. Hello, pod parents. I'm one of your pod kids since 2018. Kindly hide my name, so call me Jennifer. Ha ha ha. It's my fave hype song. And I'm 22 years old.
What song is that?
I don't know. Anyway, I'm a graduating student, and I have this guy who's ahead of me 2 batches and 3 years of age. I really do prefer older age for me. That's why I considered to entertain him. A brief history of my past. I had one puppy love when I was in high school, which lasted only for a few months, and one real relationship, which lasted 2.5 years. And it's 2 years ago. I was on my 3rd year in college that time. This one real relationship was so toxic because I've been cheated on for so many times because I was being mabait. I've went down to the level that I was already abused in terms of being that mabait. So basically, since the breakup 2 years ago, I promised myself that I will have no relationships until I graduated college and in order to focus and love myself. Nice. But I am still healing and at the same time exploring and enjoying my youth. This guy, Timothy, not his real name, he was a senior of mine. Ordinary college guy, but not a douchebag type. We are at the same institution and course. I don't see him often at school, maybe once or twice, but I didn't care who he was. Haha, dead ma lang ako nun since I had a boyfriend when I entered college up to the year that he graduated. We basically interacted within an org because we were on the same committee. This happened last year, about the 2nd month of quarantine. I'm here in Makati and he is in Iloilo. So yeah, we had this group chat. We're only 4 there. Okay, wait lang. So she had a boyfriend 2 years ago, until 2 years ago. And then itong guy na bago, kilala niya nung college rin, pero hindi niya pinapansin kasi nga may boyfriend siya nun. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm the only girl and the rest boys dun sa group chat. He's like the head of the committee. We had a project that needed us to be the ones who will test it. Unfortunately, the others were not available. So I had no choice to be the guinea pig of this project. Weeks passed by, we kept on talking on the group chat, then through calls, para raw ma-explain ng maayos. It was odd because gets ko naman yung instructions niya sa message. So we called, ended up puro calls na lang up to video calls. Every time we had these video calls, he was very jolly and smiling, like something was going on with him. As we finished this project, we played games like PUBG, M, and COD. Since I don't play ML, he installed those in order for us to play. I guess it's Mobile Legends. So we played, but still sa group chat kami nag-uusap. Then we played until midnight. He said, sa PM na lang tayo, nakakahiya sa kanila, baka isipin ang ingay. So I said, okay. Then he popped out quickly. So I suspect maybe this guy had a crush on me. By the way, our conversations every night when we would reach private messaging, it became a routine, morning until we slept. As time went by, we got to know each other. We also had deep talks about life and whatsoever. So I told him that I didn't want to be in a relationship. So he was like, I can be your FUBU if you want. Whoa. That was direct. I was like, okay, that's good.
If you can't get the candy.
I was like, okay, that's good, but I don't want strings attached, okay? Whoa. Then he said, okay. We got along through months when this one night he said he found me beautiful and such a caring person. How come I was treated like what happened in my past? I'm confused because what are you doing? And by the way, again, in our org, intimate relationships was against ethical policies. Okay.
Ang labo naman ng org na yun.
School yun, di ba? Lab.
Oo.
So I went with the flow. But when it was 4 months in, we were updating each other and talking about life. He even asked me to come with him to New Zealand, just the two of us. Like, whoa. And then the next month, he asked me if he could add some lande to our setup.
I thought they were fuck buddies already.
Oo nga eh. I'm no good or I don't know how to lande actually. So nag-go with the flow na lang ako. So parang more than just fubus. Parang may flirting na rin, ganun. Ewan ko. Haha, and guess...
Labo naman nun kasi kung nga let's say magkaibigan lang kayo tapos parang kuha nanonood kayo ng Netflix tapos parang tara na, di ba?
Ewan ko,
Di ba? Siyempre, kailangan may landian before.
So nag-go with the flow na lang ako. Haha, and guess what? The next day around 6 p.m., he said, I love you with my full name. I replied, I love you too. Timothy is my type basically. In terms of the personality and appearance, he's all in. Then I'm starting to think maybe I should reconsider this. Anyway, on our 8th month, we had this serious... as in serious talk through video call. He said, I really wanted to have 2 girls in my life. At first, I was like, okay, his mother and the girl he will love for the rest of his life. But no, he explained that he wanted an open relationship. And para raw pag iniwan siya ng isa, may isa pa siya. What the fuck? Ha ha ha. So my face turned into, what the fuck, are you serious? Ha ha. So he asked, are you good with it? And I instantly replied, no, I'm a selfish person and gusto ko isa lang. Isa lang at kaming dalawa haharap sa altar. Then dead air came. I felt a huge turn off. I wanted to cut all communication and withdraw myself from the org. But I excused myself from our video call with an alibi that I had things to do. Our conversations are cold, but still, we are talking. We went like that for 2 weeks. And then around lunchtime, he called me by my number. He was outside while driving on Bluetooth, stuck in traffic, and told me, maybe we will see when I get back to Manila. So I was like, okay, go lang. He added, gusto na kasi kita, Jennifer. And habang tumatagal, nahuhulog na ako sa'yo. He wanted to try...
Is this the same guy?
Yeah. He wanted to try and see
so
if it
confused.
would work. Timothy's past relationship was devastating. They were LDR 2 years. He was left by his ex when they finally met in person. For only 15 minutes, he was given closure. We are now on our 9th month. And we are going with the flow lang. Kahit LDR rin. And I think I'm starting to fall for him too. So pod parents, should I continue to talk to him? Try maybe when he gets back? Or not? And what can you say about what he wanted? I'm aware what would be the setup if this is an open relationship. Or should I stick only for the FUBU? Ha?
Labo.
Wait. So when you say FUBU, I'm trying to... I'm gonna... You can say your thoughts, Jem, as I read back. Kasi he's in Iloilo, right? So would that make it like a virtual
baka
FUBU
a virtual
thing? Wait.
FUBU.
Okay, I'm gonna read. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think the first one is this is what you get when you have orgs that prevent people from dating each other. Ano to? Da Vinci Code? Labo. I'm confused. Because,
Yeah. So, okay, so he was like, I can be your FUBU if you want. Okay. So, I guess LDR nga sila.
I think that's a good tip no for guys if alam nyo nang busted kayo. It's like the How I Met Your Mother episode. Yung The Naked Man. Siguro kung if busted ka na, hindi ka pala gusto.
All out ka na.
I mean just throw in the offer na sige kung we can have fun.
Pero hindi naman siya binasted eh.
Binasted siya.
Nung start?
Sinabi kasi ni
I don't want to be in a relationship.
Is that wrong? Mali ba yun yung sinasabi ko?
I mean,
Cancelled ba yun?
Kung with consent, I guess.
Yeah. Siyempre, I'm not saying na you do the naked man na magkubad ka. What I'm saying is, like what Fubu did here, he said,
Si Timothy.
parang, okay, ayaw mo, pero kung gusto mo, wala lang na lang. Parang ganun.
Ganun.
Kung, okay, ayaw ng boyfriend, girlfriend,
Fun times na lang.
fun
ganun.
times na lang.
Oh.
Is that bastos ba yun?
Well, ewan ko.
I don't know. I mean, you must have a lot of confidence to say that, one.
But the
And
girl was
also-
like, okay.
Na you must have a lot of confidence to say that and also to ask, pwede ba dalawa yung chicks ko?
I love you pero pwedeng dalawa kayo. I guess it would depend on the person. Personally, this is not to sound judgmental or anything, ha. I hope you don't take it the wrong way. But ako, siguro I respect myself enough to know that, kumari, ikaw, I see naman na sinabi mo na gusto mo ikaw lang, and it would be, you wouldn't want to share him. And I don't think that's too much to ask. For me kasi parang it's a little disrespectful to even ask that. For me, I don't know.
Ako hindi naman kasi how would an open relation, kasi again, I have no experience of how open relationships work. I don't condemn it kasi I don't know. Some people, maybe that works for some people. Ang ano ko lang is how does it start, 'di ba? How does an open relationship start if no one will say like, hey, would you be interested in
Seeing other people.
doing an open relationship?
But this is what I find the strangest. It's the fact that they aren't even in a relationship. That they were just doing things with no strings attached. And then now, she's saying,
Hindi, ano nga, 'di ba? I love you,
yun nga,
sila.
I love you. But she was saying, parang she was okay with the no strings attached thing. So parang sinasabi ni Jennifer, na okay, kung no strings attached, okay lang. You see other people. Pero kung I love you ka sa akin and may feelings involved, ayoko nang may iba kang babae.
Here's a sidebar. Pag nag-I love you ba yung tao, and then that person has sex with someone else, is that cheating?
I think it's
Okay,
without the other girl's knowledge. I think that's betrayal.
ganito yung example. Hindi sila, si Timothy,
I think it's
si Jen-
deception.
let's say, let's say this is Jack and Jill. So, kunwari si si Jill says, I love you. Si Jack, I love you. Every night, I love you. Pero hindi naman sila. Okay? They don't say, hey, my boyfriend. Yeah. Hi, girlfriend. Walang ganon. And then si Jill sleeps with someone.
I think it's misleading, because why would you say I love you and then
Hindi, pero can Jack go around and say, tangina, Jill cheated on me. She's a cheater.
I think that's a technicality.
Oo nga. So, based on your rule book.
On my rule book, parang technically, 'di ba? Parang okay, it's not cheating.
Ano
kasi
nga yung
hindi kayo-
technicality ng rule book mo?
Pero morally, I'm saying, if you're gonna say I love you to someone and you mean it, I don't think you should be like fucking someone behind her back.
Paano kung sabihin ni Jill, I love you. I never said that I'd like to commit to you.
But it's misleading kasi nga, if you say it's love should not be used as a word. The word love should not be used lightly.
Sabi niya, hindi, I'm not taking it lightly. I really love you. As in, I'm very, very in love with you. I want to serve you. I just can't commit to you.
Yeah, pero for me, it's a sign of disrespect nga. So, it's up to you, Jack. Si Jack ba yung na-cheat? Naloko or na-betray? It's up to you. Syempre, let's always remember na we have no control over other people. And if they hurt us, it's up to us to decide what to do. So this girl nga is asking, what should she do? What do we think she should do? I would say, honestly, since you are asking for our advice, I would say run the other way. This, kasi for me, you were looking for to find yourself and love yourself. That's why you didn't want to be in a relationship because you were cheated on in your previous relationships. And then you described that previous relationship as toxic. And maybe you did have trauma to be in a relationship again. So for you to even entertain the thought na your next relationship would be this complicated, na, diba, parang he's asking for two girls and then you said so yourself that you didn't want that. So I don't think you should, lower your standards for him. It doesn't seem like from your letter to us, it doesn't even seem like you really like this guy.
Oo nga eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did say that he checked all the boxes for her. But you said it months ago that you weren't ready for a relationship. It feels like this is your 8th month in, and I do understand na baka naman you feel like you are ready, and now that you are ready, biglang ito yung hinihingi niya sa'yo. Ako, honestly, this is like, he's not, always remember, he's not the only guy in the world. You don't have to settle.
Ako, my take is, again, there's nothing wrong if you don't, if for you feeling that way now. What? He wants an open relationship? Nothing wrong with that. I think I go back to what Saab said kanina. At the end of the day, it's about how much do you respect yourself to stick to what you want and
Yes,
what you believe is fair.
And that doesn't mean, respecting yourself doesn't mean that you're against open relationships. Pero
sticking to your preference.
to what
that's
you want.
that's what it means to respect yourself. Na ito yung gusto ko. Ito parang kumbaga kaya nga ano naman any relationship is always there's a battle between how much do I want of how much do I want of myself to be imposed in this relationship and how much am I willing to give up. So yeah, I guess
kasi
I mean
a monogamous relationship would really require huge sacrifice kasi dalawa kayo and you have to always think of the other person's feelings and yun, so depends lang talaga on what you want, and I don't think you should let him change what you want.
Yeah. Okay, before we're gonna actually do another malibag. So we're gonna do 2 malibags.
Yeah.
Before we get to the malibag, we're gonna take a break. And when we come back, you're gonna find out what to do if your boyfriend is a porn freak.
Jennifer, please send us an update, like what happens. I'm really interested.
Yeah,
if
and
you keep being FUBUs or whatever.
And can you tag us? We'd like to request the podcast to tag us on Instagram and say Jack ako or Jill ako. Labo. Okay, let's take a break.
Madaling araw. Pero bakit ang hirap?
Ay,
di lahat ng oras may time ako.
I know.
Pwedeng magpahinga. Yung mga reaction. Oh, Diyos ko. Ano ba naman ito?
Pare ko naman.
Diba?
Punta ka sa linyalinya.ph. Labo. Go to linyalinya.ph. We have a bunch of new shirts. Use the promo code Jim and Sab. Thank you for supporting. Now back to the show. We back. Ito na. Second malibag. And the subject is boyfriend follows a lot of porn stars. Hope you guys are doing well. This is my second malibag. And at that time, bago pa lang kami ng boyfriend ko. We've been together since, no issues, and our relationship has been going really well. But I recently learned that he follows a lot of porn stars on Instagram and actively follows new ones. Nakakatawa yung actively. That's such an integral part of the story. At first,
that is telling.
At first, I discovered it kasi lumabas siya sa suggestion notification like follow at username. Ano mga at, follow at,
Your boyfriend followed a porn star.
hindi, your boyfriend followed Nation.
I don't mean to laugh, sorry.
Uh, and I got into a rabbit hole and discovered he follows a bunch of accounts like this. Their posts are the type na not safe for work. Tipong they're nude with their limbs covering their private parts and all. It's not like I'm oblivious to the fact that people really watch porn and are inherently sexual beings. Ako rin naman, I watch when I feel like it. I guess what put me off is ang dami.
Oh no.
Parang, wow, ang libog pala talaga ng boyfriend ko. Another factor din is yung ego. Do I not satisfy him enough? Bakit pa niya gusto makita yung mga hot na babaeng to? No hate sa kanila, but bakit actively gusto makita ng jowa ko to? Nandito naman ako. Lol. Okay, so baka not for safe for work tong Malibag. Anyway, so I wanted your opinion on whether it's wrong of me to feel upset that my boyfriend follows these girls. So far, hindi niya alam na alam ko, and I don't know if I should do anything about it. Leaning towards just keeping mum about it muna.
Aww.
Really want to hear your thoughts on this.
Do you follow any porn stars?
No. But I would understand why it's interesting.
Would you want that on your feed?
No.
No, parang nakakaano ng day. Parang, oh.
Yeah. I mean, like...
Parang you're like scrolling through photos of like your friends with their kids and then biglang, boom!
Kasi I think ang crucial information dito is age.
How old is the guy?
Wala nakasulat eh. Pero kasi, ganito, okay? From a guy's perspective, like, porn was, especially if all boys cool ka, porn was everything. I mean, like, and it honestly fucked up a lot of dudes. Seriously. That's why the show has been all about, ay nako, all boys schools just create animals. And we are against it. Pero, baka mag-Ateneo yung boys. Anyway. So, yun lang gusto ko sabihin na parang, I think at a certain age, especially if hindi maganda yung household and surroundings mo, you can easily fall into the trap of, kasi those are your formative years eh. Diba? And then, okay, this is how I should see women. Diba? Magiging ganun, masishape yung mind ng guy.
Sana ganito lahat ng women.
Sana ganito lahat ng women. They're oily, and they scream, and they submit.
Yeah.
Diba? So, that will shape you, and especially if you don't have the proper guidance, friends, family, it can really mess you up. So, anyway, yung sinasabi ko, when you asked, kasi nakakatawa si Saab. So, ako, like, sabihin ko, like, I was, I had a really good upbringing. So, pero, as a kid who knew nothing about girls and had testosterone, porn. Diba? Porn.
Yeah.
And then, eventually, you get to an age na, okay, you meet women. And plus the fact that I got, you get closer to your sisters, your mom. So, parang, okay. Parang hindi pala pwede maging ganitong kalibog. Alam mo yun? Parang it's stupid. So eventually, that...
You gotta tame it.
Yeah, and that will come in phases eh. Kasi parang you get into porn and then you date girls and you wanna try shit. And...
So, just a refresher. The letter sender was saying parang, the boyfriend is a really good boyfriend, but there's this thing.
She's saying okay naman yung relationship nila.
Okay.
I just, why am I saying this? You eventually get kasi nga to an age where if magpa-porn ka, it's just actually very functional. Alam mo yun, na parang, nagigets mo? Like parang, it's more scientific. Na parang, medyo darak ako parang gano'n. Parang the rock. So, kailangan release.
Oh, that's what you meant.
I mean, pero eventually, again, it depends. Well, most guys I know, like kuwari ako, here's the thing. Here's the difference. I do not keep myself surrounded with friends na until now say the word chakol.
Oh,
Diba?
and sending each other
And
pictures
sending
of
pictures
girls.
and like parang kuwari, let's say kasi
Yeah, guys, please get out of those group chats. That's just not good. for you.
well, aside from the group chat kasi it's the mentality na parang like honestly, no, this is no joke. I think with our best friends, like I don't think we've ever said like grabe bro, putang inang hot nun.
Eh,
But we have said like
that's not so bad. Though.
sobrang cute ni
Oh, that's actually
Anya Taylor-Joy, diba? Or
that's what I hear from you guys.
palaging gano'n, parang, oh my God, ang cute ni
Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen. Pero, ang point ko is, again, parang, the stuff on the Instagram, it does, parang kumbaga, I think it depends eh. Parang, sorry, ang dami kong sinasabi. Pero,
No, it's okay. As you collect your thoughts, can I just say lang na the thing that is scary about doing this is tama ka Jim eh. Na at a certain age you think na it's normal to I mean maybe yeah, it's natural for guys to if it's there then they'll look at it. But the thing is, as I've heard from my from you and your yung mga previous guy friends mo from before, parang it starts off with like, 'di ba? Mag-exchange kayo. Kung grade school, you exchange like what? Ano ba was it? VCDs or like floppy disks? Ano ba yun?
hindi naman, DVDs.
And then biglang magiging USBs, flash drives of Pornstars. And then, what's fucking terrifying is when in the group chat, you start sending each other pictures of
Real people.
not porn stars who are doing this for work, but real women who are just having a nice vacation at the beach. And then you send each other those photos. And it's just it's terrifying. Because
Akala
it's
ko
like,
conquest. Okay, yeah.
parang it's so disgusting. Kasi
Yeah.
it's one thing to here's what I know about the porn industry ha. Ako before I was very about it ha. Parang I felt like I'm a liberated girl and parang okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. But then through the years, ako nakita ko talaga na this is an industry that really honestly, as much as we don't want to hear it, there is human trafficking happening behind this. This is most of it, if not all. It stems from one, human trafficking. These are girls who don't want to do this. And two, it's girls who are desperate for money. And they still don't really want to do it, but they think it's the only way that they can earn, which is really sad if you think about it. And how can you get off on something like that? I'm sorry if I burst your bubble, pero that's why I see it so differently now. Iba yung you do it really just for yourself and you want to post these girls who want to show their body and it's theirs, but iba yun sa you give it to your honestly it's your fucking pimp. Your director's your pimp, and it's sad for me. It's too sad for me to think it's a turn on.
Well,
I got too deep in that. But
una kasi I don't like I don't think that's meant to condemn people na like who do watch porn na parang
I'm not.
fucking
I just wanted to.
you're a pedo fuck.
But-
diba parang
But I am opening your
yeah.
eyes
Definitely.
to it.
Actually,
I want to bring awareness to it
Yeah.
because it's just no matter this is an industry that supports that. So
actually yung yung linya is we worked on this campaign. We're working on this campaign called Better Today.
uh,
And it's about education because apparently, it's about education of responsible internet use. Apparently pala, dito sa
Oh
Pilipinas,
fuck.
grabe yung child trafficking.
Yeah, that's
As
messed
in,
up.
and the child trafficking na nga is now digital. So like, dads would force their children to do shit and then they'd be paid for live stream by these fat white
Really horrible.
pedophiles. Anyway, ang point ko is, obviously I think si boyfriend naman is not into that shit. So back to yung kanina sinasabi ko, yung ano yung nasa Instagram niya. Well, there are two things. Maybe one, it all ends up with like, how do you know this guy? 'Di ba? Who is he? Kasi yeah, maybe he follows porn stars because like, kung ano, let's say yun nga, in high school, these were his crushes, his heroes, diba? And then now like, oh my God, nakikita ko na yung ginagawa ni ganyan na,
Oh, she's still. She's still doing this.
or she's buying a frap. Diba? Huh?
Question, anong difference ng, yun nga, sabi naman niya is like, they're girls who just cover pa rin their boobs with their arms or whatever. What's the difference between following a porn star and following Kylie Jenner,
Yun
who
nga
does
eh.
the same?
That's what I was gonna say. So parang, siguro iba naman if the content was porn.
But if he knows these girls, he's probably watching their
Oh,
boobies.
then, so, I mean, kumbaga, he watches porn. I mean,
Iba kasi yung watching porn and like really investing
Hindi.
and actively following.
hindi, parang ganito yung sabi eh. What if si guy grew up, like, okay, ang crush niya, hindi si Natalie Portman. Ang crush niya is porn stars.
Aha.
Diba? And then, like, Instagram, shit, ganito para buhay nito. All I know about her is,
But if there are 100,
kasi yun nga, he was into a lot of porn.
wow.
Kaya ako, my advice is actually talk to him. Just ang advice ko lang is, be casual about it.
Don't embarrass him.
Don't
and make him defensive.
don't make it seem like walang hiya ka. More of whoa, dami mong porn ano. And again, this is assuming that the content nga is ala Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, teasing.
Yeah, sexy photos. It's like I see it like the equivalent of which I didn't get before. Like yung hindi ko na gets before was like there was a time in my life that I would be like, oh shit, that FHM is hot. Like, whoa, that magazine's fucking hot. Like,
Yeah, sex
I want to
sells.
get a copy. I never understood though
Ang luma ng FHM.
I never understood yung mga dad, yung mga tito ko na parang you go in and they have 3 kids, their kids are running around and in their home there's like 50 FHM magazines. Pero again, kaya I'm trying to find some balance na I don't want to be so ano ba tawag doon?
Hypocritical or condemning.
Parang I don't want to be so condemning like kasi kaya nga it depends on this guy eh. Kasi if let's say si Manny, kunwari lang. Let's say si best man Manny, our best friend. Nakita na nalaman namin ni
Poor
Saab na he follows a lot of porn stars. We wouldn't think na what a pervert. Alam mo yun, parang because we know him, alam namin na you know, hirap ng quarantine.
Oh gosh.
Pero so that's my advice. Talk to him. Like
So-
you can make it a casual conversation.
So, I was curious nga about ano ba tong guy na to? Like, is this a red flag? Would you consider it a red flag? Honestly, ako hindi naman completely red flag.
Ako, ganito. What will determine if it's a red flag or not is how he responds when you talk to him. If he's like, relax, or I don't
Check
know.
mo nga kung nagko-comment siya sa post.
Ayun. Yun naman yung iba eh. Yun yung banana patrol eh. Yun yung last episode, if you haven't listened to it, we had a Malibag na I think yun yung bigger issue. Kasi parang he's engaging and again, honestly, I think it's really different if yung Instagram feed nga na to talagang let's say pussy filter. Alam mo yun?
What does that mean?
No, I mean like kung puro pussy shots.
Pussy. Ew.
Pare, grabe talaga yung mga pussy shot niya.
Yuck. So, because nga I was curious about the background of this guy, as the letter sender said, she sent us a MALIBAG before. So, I searched for it.
Ah.
So, back in August 2020, she talks about this guy.
Ah.
And the title is My Friend with Benefit and I Started Dating Seriously. And now I don't know how to act. So, that's how they started. They were friends with benefits. So, you want me to read it? It's maikli lang naman.
Go.
So this was back in August, okay? I was friends with benefits with this guy for a while. The dynamic of our relationship back then was so easy and loose, for lack of a better term, lol, in the sense that we didn't really talk too much when we were not together. There was the occasional conversation through text or FaceTime. This worked because neither of us were too keen on chatting and preferred physical interaction. Whenever we'd spend time together, it was like we were in a relationship. So I guess you could say the benefits weren't just the intimacy we shared in the bedroom. Ha ha ha. It came to a point where we'd have lunch with his family, and he was actually kind of showy with his affections, even with his family around. Eventually, I had to end it because I, being the marupok dumbass that I am, fell for him when he wasn't ready for a serious commitment. It was a while before he reached out to me again, saying he realized he wanted me in his life. At first, I was iffy and scared. Baka naman pressure lang, I don't know. There's also the factor na I didn't want to seem too available. Honestly, I was always upfront with my feelings naman, and it was like I was just waiting for him to feel the same. Does that make sense? Haha, I honestly don't know how to explain it. I agreed eventually because who am I kidding? I like this guy. It would be a lie to deny it. I genuinely felt happy when we were together. My factor lang na discontentment because in the bigger picture, I want to be with someone that I could love. And one can only go so far with feelings unreciprocated. So we started officially dating recently, and suddenly I don't know how to act. The way I act when I'm in a relationship is completely different from when we were just friends with benefits. Sometimes I don't know if I should express my feelings for fear na baka it would put him off. I'm also scared na baka our relationship is just built on sexual intimacy and baka wala palang substance. Hirap pa ako ngayon since quarantine. The things we could do are so limited. We don't do much other than binge watch movies, eat, or make food together. So, yun yung previous malibag niya. So, I guess now they're official boyfriend-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, again, yun nga eh. It really depends on the guy. Parang, it's so hard to say na, kung ano, let's say Manny follows Hitler stuff. Diba? Parang, maybe, alam mo yun, I would give him the benefit of the doubt na parang,
He's doing it for research.
I'm doing research or, diba? Or like, Manny follows Trump supporters. Or kaya, if you found out na I follow like sila Roque and shit, diba? And I'd say, and then, so parang kumbaga it depends on the conversation. So if he says na, if he explains na, hindi, wala lang, crush ko itong mga to eh, nakakaaliw lang na, ano pala, may mga aso sila na, alam mo yun, na nag-gym pala sila.
Doubt it?
Hindi, seryoso.
Yeah. I don't know.
So ako it's honestly, just talk to him and I'll be casual about it, have fun with it, and then see how he reacts. And then
maybe if you are uncomfortable with it, is it baka you can say na parang pwede bang babaan mo yung mga fina-follow mo?
Well,
okay lang ba yun?
I wanna address before we end pala. Yung ako hindi naman. Parang ako yung gusto ko yung i-address yung question ni girl na
am I not enough?
Yeah. Ano yung take mo dun?
I think you can tell him that. You can say how you feel. Yun, instead of asking him to unfollow these girls kasi, it's his Instagram account. I think you should tell him how you feel. So you can say na parang, well, I guess it's natural for you to be interested in this, but honestly, medyo I feel a little inadequate and I feel like baka am I not if you're honest and you say na I feel like I'm not enough, baka naman he would, I think that would knock some sense into him and baka he would do something about it. Or maybe even just reassure you na parang, this is just,
Well, siguro ano,
this doesn't mean anything.
I think the way, a perfect analogy for it is, imagine mo, let's say you live on your own, okay? And then the guy has his own room. And his room is filled with posters. Diba? Of sexy women. You move in. Parang ganun eh. So now,
yeah, I think you would have to kind of
so it depends on the guy you
take some
want.
of those
It
down.
depends on you. Hindi. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko. It
Kasi
depends.
it's a shared living space
Hindi,
now.
kaya nga. It depends on the girl also. If the girl says, okay, look cool, she is hot, go, okay. If the girl says, like, this doesn't make me feel good, and he adjusts, then you have a keeper.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Kaya it depends talaga on how he responds.
I hope it all goes well for you.
Yeah.
And
Update us.
I hope your talk is fruitful.
Yeah.
And definitely honestly, before we end, I want to let you know that definitely it's not a reflection of you and that you are not enough. This is not because of you, okay?
Mm.
So, I hope you don't feel so bad about
Yeah.
yourself.
Malibog lang talaga ang mga lalaki.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye.